Hey Caleb, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Nice, I'm fine, thanks. First of all, thank you so much for taking this time for the interview.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
Um, First of all, tell me, how are you feeling about coming to Mexico and playing in a project like Festival Missed Ourselves?
I cannot wait. I have not been to Mexico City in, I don't know, over a decade. I've played there one time in my life when I was a kid in my first band, Attack Attack, and I have not played there since. It's been a criminally long time, so I cannot wait to get there and play. It's going to be awesome.
Nice, and this has definitely been an emo festival since its first edition, and this is the second edition, and it already has many historic bands, including yourselves, of course. And did you ever think the genre will be so popular in Mexico?
Um, I mean, hey, I'm definitely glad that it is. It's one thing that I think sometimes it can be kind of hard for bands from the States to come down to South America and to make it work. And there's just so many logistical moving parts. But it seems like currently in the music scene, especially in the music emo scene, it's doing really, really well in South America and specifically in Mexico City. So I mean, we're very excited because that just means that we have an opportunity to go play and and the fact that we get to play with so many amazing bands just makes it that much more fun.
Nice. And a few days before Mexico Festival, you will be participating in another festival in when we were young.
Mm.
You are in high demand right now. Did you ever have this goal of being one of the biggest bands of on the scene? Did you imagine so many fans and everything you achieved so far?
Um, no, I mean, that's kind of a hard thing to put into words, but I would say no. I would say truly, for me, with Beartooth from the start, the goal has just been to do something that I really enjoy and that I really love. And as we've gone on and as we've grown, it's definitely been shown to us that we can go a lot further than I expected. And for me, as long as I'm having fun, I would just want to see how far this thing can go. Maybe someday Beartooth's headline in the stadium, but yeah, for now, I'm beyond, way beyond happy with where we are in our success, and I feel very, very blessed every day.
Nice. And also, my previous question was a little bit about your new album. I Was Alive, which is a live album.
Mm.
And when I was kid and I was starting to listen to rock, people told me that having a live album meant you were already a legendary band. So, do you feel that way now?
Um, I mean, I feel like this is a live record that I'm really, really proud of. I think that it's probably I don't know if it's the most important show we've ever played, but it's probably the most personal show that I've ever played and may ever play in my life. First time headlining an arena in the United States, like of that size. It was at my hometown in Columbus, Ohio, in the venue that I saw my very first concert at that I was so young, I like don't even remember. But yeah, I'm very proud of the live album, and I think it's a really good, I don't know, it's a really good thing to remember where we were at that time. And yeah, I just couldn't be more proud of anything about it. I love how it sounds. I love, Ray Duker, the amazing director who directed that for the DVD, did really, really well. And yeah, I don't know. I'm very happy with it.
Nice. And why release a live album? I get the impression it's just as difficult as a studio album, especially, I don't know, in terms of money, audio and video equipment, and other things. So, why do you decide to release a live album?
Yeah, I think when we were looking at the opportunity of doing this Columbus show, we all knew how important it was and we knew how special it was going to be. And like you were saying, doing a live album is very expensive. It's very difficult, at least to do, with like the full movie and everything. These days, just recording the audio for most situations isn't very difficult, thankfully. But everything else, there's so much planning, there's so much time and effort that goes into it. I mean, just the camera crew alone, was so many people and there were so many moving parts. Then there's the entire show, the camera operators for the big screens, all the content going on the big screens, all of the songs, all the movement, all of the moments, the rehearsal of like, who's going to be where and when. And then also going on that stage knowing that all of this is being recorded and is going to be on an album. It's a different headspace for sure. But thankfully, when it all, came around, all the stars aligned and it really worked out. So for us, we just felt like it was worth it to use that opportunity to invest in a live record instead of not. I don't know. You know what I mean? It just seemed like a very good time. And to be candid, we were already spending so much money on that show anyway. Might as well just go all the way in and try and make a live record out of it?
Nice. Now, finally, about the title, I Was Alive, and
Mhm.
especially about your songs. Everyone knows you talk about mental health or human mind and issues we face daily. I'd like to ask you, um, in front of your huge audience, have you ever taken it upon yourself to talk about the topics you usually talk about?
Yeah, I mean, every show honestly is a little bit different. Um, to me, the performance a lot of the time becomes about what the energy is in the room, not necessarily an agenda or me trying to get any sort of specific point across. I think, like you were saying, most people know if they're coming to a Beartooth show to some degree what the songs are about, what the subject matter is about. And at this point, I will be honest with you, I found it a lot more powerful to just be performing it and to just be experiencing that catharsis together without stopping and doing a whole big speech about it. I've found that honestly is more effective to me in creating more joy and happiness in the room, which is all I'm really trying to do, than doing a big grandiose speech about why we do what we do. At this point in the band's career and at this point in my life, what we do is just try to provide you with a place to have a really, really good time, a place where you can either just forget about what's going on in your life for a few hours, or a place for you to also deal with things that are really like weighing on you and, have that experience of jumping around and singing as loud as you can and just letting go. But as long as Beartooth can facilitate a place for people to just let go and have a good time, that's the most important thing.
Nice, that's incredible. So that's all for me. Thank you very much for your time. Would you like to add anything else?
No, just thank you so much for your time, Gustavo. Really appreciate it. And truly, like, I cannot wait to get out there and play this show. We've been waiting way too long, but we're gonna come out and we're gonna play as good as we possibly can. That's for damn sure.